Hey everyone, Keenan Gray here from DyeStat.com, bringing you another edition of DyeStat discussions. We're calling it Super Saturday this week because there's one, two, three, four, five NXRs this weekend, including NXR Southeast in Cary, North Carolina. One of the athletes going to be towing the line along with her teammates from Tatnall, although they'll be represented as Wilmington out of Delaware. Is Katie Payne? She joins us on the program here, and delighted to have her on here and chat about this weekend and the pressure's on for you guys as defending champions from last year. And, it was such a great team performance last year, scoring 68 points. And really, it was a dominating effort. Just take me back to last year and how special that was for you guys, just doing what you guys did best, which was run as a team. And then, of course, go on to race at Nike Cross Nationals.
Yeah, I mean, last year, Nike Regionals was like the best day of my life. I think that we couldn't have executed it better. All those girls are my best friends, and it meant so much getting to like toe the line with them, know that we were racing for each other, not just ourselves. And when I crossed the line and when we heard the news, we were all just like in tears, in happy tears, like the hugs, the smiles, the high fives, everything was the best.
Four girls within 10 seconds of each other, finishing second through 19th. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better day from that crew. And then Katrina Endres finished out the scoring in 56. So, was that just part of the plan, just packing up together and I mean, I don't know if Katrina was supposed to be part of that pack, but like it seemed like she fell off a little bit and everybody else stuck together.
Yeah, last year we really emphasized running as a pack. We knew that it could be either one of us who was, being our first man or the fifth man. We were really interchangeable last year, which I think really contributed to our success. During the race, like I knew that if I could see my teammates, then I was doing a good job. I knew that like if we stuck together, if we ran as the pack that we'd been practicing in workouts in all of our other races, then we would have success. I mean, we definitely knew that we could be close, that we could all be within like a few seconds of each other. So that was really important in helping us push and helping us stay motivated during the race.
Well, this will be the fourth time that you race at this course on Saturday, and it's a little bit of a bittersweet ending for your last NXR Southeast, but I'm sure you are ready for it. I am sure you're ready to get after it. Kind of tell me what the feelings are, the emotions you've kind of been going through the last couple weeks, especially, after what you guys did at the Delaware State Championships and just getting ready for a big Saturday.
Yeah, it definitely is so bittersweet. I think about it and I get a little sad, but I'm also so excited to go out there. My senior year, I want to make it the best I possibly can. I like I said, like I run for so much more than just myself. We're running for, our team and like the history of runners behind us. It means so much getting to go out in such a competitive field. I'm so excited to get to be with so many other great runners. That just makes it so exciting. It helps, like, I'm not nervous at all because I know it's going to be so much fun.
I know for you, you talked about, you're emphasizing the team and focusing on the team, but for you, this has been a career year and it's also been a consistent year for you. I think that's something that's been different the last couple of years that you've seen from yourself is you're consistently running pretty close to the same exact times that you would in other races. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, for sure. This year, honestly, all of my races have been within like 5 seconds of each other, which is really nice. It kind of shows me where I'm at and also shows me that once I get out of Delaware, which, we're a competitive state, but we're also a small state. Once we get down to Cary and it's all those other states that I have, I know I have a big race in store because I've been so consistent throughout the year.
Yeah. First picking up that first ever individual state title, at least in cross country, like what was that feeling and just crossing the finish line knowing you had accomplished something that you have never done before in your career?
It was the best feeling. I mean, that's been my dream honestly since middle school. Was cross country was like my first love, and then I did track and fell in love with that too. But I've had this dream for so long and it was so great to go to a course that I really like, and just get to put out a great race and when I crossed the line I was like I did it. Like I'm satisfied with this, but I know I know there's another race coming up that I'm super excited for.
And four in the top five, not even to even mention that point. Like, I mean, the team race went as about as good as it could have gone. Tell us a little bit, how just kind of the team has felt within this season. I know you lost two girls from last year's team, and then you bring in the addition of obviously two new people on the varsity squad this year. So, give us a sense of what this team is like this year.
This team, it is honestly one of my favorite teams I've been on. It's such a new and young team. It's great to be like a role model for these girls. I'm a captain this year, and what's been really exciting is just getting to show them like the ropes and like watching them fall in love with the sport and just enjoy every practice and every race. I think our varsity this year is something special because we're all so close and we're so connected as friends and as teammates that when I'm getting ready to step on the line, I know I have some of my best friends and my biggest supporters next to me. And I think we all feel that way. And it helps, like, especially the newer runners to know that, it doesn't matter if this isn't the best race of your life. It matters that you're doing it with your friends and with a team that is so much more than just a team.
Yeah. So, tell us a little bit about your teammates and what can we expect from them on Saturday.
I think this is going to be a great day for all of us. We've been putting together some of the best workouts. We just got home from a great workout today, a last little tune up, and I think everyone is ready to pop. We're all feeling really fresh. We're talking about it like on the run today, like how excited we are to go out there as underdogs and show these other teams that, this might not have been a super competitive year for us, but we still have a big race in store. And I think that we're all really excited to just go out there and make it a really great day.
Yeah. So with that being said, like someone like Ruby Schwelm, who's also a senior, Abby Downen, who got to race at Nike Cross Nationals last year, along with Carissa Woods, and I'm sure I'm blanking on a name right now, but what is something you have seen from those girls this year that they've kind of taken maybe the next step in their training?
Yeah, starting with Krissa, she was an eighth grader last year, and I know it was super new for her, but this year she is just like grown in her maturity, grown in her strength. I can see that she's like leaps and bounds more competitive than she was last year, and she has that desire to go out there and really fight each race. She's a really gritty runner. Abby and Ruby, we race a lot together. We do our workouts together. I mean, they're my best friends. They have really had a good trajectory this season. I think that this race is going to be really good for them. The way they've been running in workouts, the way like the mentality has been shaping up is that we are ready to be fierce and we're ready to be hungry. And we know that we have the experience, especially at a big competitive race like this. And we're using that to our advantage to go out there and know that we've done it in the past. So why can't we do it again?
What do you take kind of from last year's race with the experience of, you know what it takes to win a regional title, you know what it takes to run a good race at that course. What are some things you've taken away, racing in Cary?
I think we're the most prepared to race Cary out of all the courses we race on. We know that course by heart. We've been down there for Great American, for regionals many times. And I think we all know like every twist and turn, every hill, we've got it memorized. And that's really helpful for us because when you come through that mile, it's a fast first mile, and you know that there's 2 miles to go and you have your teammates by your side and you know what you have to tackle. We know what's up next. And I think that getting to race there in these competitive races like Great American is just an invaluable experience because we learn so much from each other and from our competition.
You mentioned a little bit. How do you take on the underdog role, even as the reigning champions? Because in some instances, you'd think, well, if they got a lot of their girls back from last year, they got to be the same thing. It's like the same team again, basically.
Yeah. I think the underdog mentality is something that my coach and my team really, really stresses. We know that there are a lot of great teams out there and that, some years we're a part of that ranking. And we don't really like to look at too many rankings, too many like early season, who's going to be good, because we know what we can do and we know what we have shaping up. And we just like to stay humble and stay focused on our goal and not let anything distract us.
The last 4 years, and even when you're probably in middle school, what's the biggest takeaway that you've kind of learned about yourself, but also within this program? Do you to kind of to give it the the flowers it does deserve? Because Tatnall has had a lot of success the last for however many years in the state of Delaware.
Yeah, the history that Tatnall, the legacy that Tatnall has in Delaware is something that has always really inspired me. I get to look up to these really amazing runners from years past and just know that I get to be on the same team that they were and I get to contribute to this history of Tatnall runners and Tatnall success. Um, when I started my freshman year, I was obviously a little nervous. I was a freshman, but the way this program has taken me and shaped me has just created me into the person I am today. I don't think I would be the same without running, without Tatnall. And I know that this team just shapes people and makes them so driven. Our slogan last year was happy, hungry, humble. And I think that really just defines our program. We're always happy, we're always driven, we're always excited for the next race, and we're always very humble about it.
What's the motto for this year?
I think about the same one. We don't really have like a slogan, I guess, but we like that H cubed.
Yeah, so just keep it the same thing. Nothing changed. Even though it's a new year. I mean, do you guys view that as something like it's a new team, it's a new year, like new challenges? Is that something you guys think about?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, every year has always been so different. This team has gone from 5 girls on the line to a team. We have 21 this year, which is huge for us. And we like to adapt. Like, we like to have new challenges thrown at us. I think if it was the same every year, it would get boring. I love that we have new girls. We have some girls who this is their 6th year running, and we have some who just started running this year. And that makes it so exciting to be like a teammate and also to learn from them and grow alongside them.
And what do you attest to the growth of the program?
I gotta say, our coaches, we have honestly, I think the best coaches we possibly could have. They inspire us so much, but they also keep us thinking. They keep us dreaming. Dreaming is such a big part of the Tatnall running program. I don't think that we would have these big goals if we weren't taught how to dream. Um, I think that it really helps us just picture ourselves in these big races, picture ourselves having success when we've thought about it. Like, I've thought about this coming Saturday probably 100 times. I know like every possible scenario. I know how to react to it.
And knowing that again, this is going to be your last NXR Southeast, you're gonna put everything out there. Like you want to put everything on the line and make sure that you do whatever it takes to not only get yourself the Nike Cross Nationals, but also to get your team. Because last year you got to earn your first regional honors, which had to have felt pretty good getting into that top 21 mix. But now you're in the conversation of like, all right, can I get second team? Can I get first team? Just based off what I'm looking at the entries, like I don't see why you couldn't be a first team runner. I mean, what do you think about that?
I mean, that's something that just really excites me. Like just thinking about it really gets me like the adrenaline pumping. I know that like my races this year have put me in a really great position for Saturday. I feel like the best prepared that I possibly could be. I know what I want and I know that I'm not going to let anything stop me on Saturday. I know how to tackle this race. I know my competition and I know what I can do and I know that I'm going to make it my absolute best. Like you said, last regional race, I got to make it the best one.
What's the message going in? What when you guys are huddling up, it's one last time, the whistle goes off, and everybody has to get back to the start line. What are you telling your teammates right in that circle?
In that circle, I'm talking about what we've done to build up to this. Like, think back to August, think back to preseason, think back to those workouts where we were just building the mileage, building like our strength and our foundation. Think back to that and all the work that you've put in. Like, you're ready for this. You know what you've done. You know that you're prepared. you just have to have that confidence, have that like mentality that this is going to be fun. This is going to be great. There's nothing to stress about. There's no worries. There's only excitement because we're ready.
Well, and I think you guys have to go into the mindset of, well, no one thinks we're going to make it. So, like, we have nothing to lose. Let's just go out there and prove everybody wrong and show them what Tatnall or Wilmington in this case is all about on Saturday. So, Katie, really appreciate your time joining us on here on DyeStat Discussions. Of course, NXR Southeast, not West, that's from SpongeBob. Southeast is Saturday from Cary, North Carolina, and can catch all the action on runnerspace.com. Good luck to you, Katie, and the rest of the Tatnall girls.
Thank you so much.